You are watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftacademy.com. www.netsoftacademy.com.
So now let's start with the next lab. In this lab, we'll be creating our Windows 11 workstation. So I click on create a virtual machine. Next, next. I'll install the operating system later. Next. Now under Microsoft Windows, I'll be selecting Windows 11 x64. Next. This will be my NITA WKST02. Now for the location, I'll click on browse, expand Exchange Labs and create a new folder under Exchange Labs called NITA WKST02. Okay, that's good. Next. Not changing any settings here, just entering the password 1350, password 1350. Next. Not changing anything else here. Next. Not changing anything here. Next. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 4096 GB, but honestly, I would prefer to put it a little bit down as well. But hey, that is personal preference. It's not anything else. I'm just verifying if I'm getting the settings right here because I don't want to, again, go back and forth with this. Yeah, we're not changing anything here. Next, 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 SCSI, next, new virtual disk, next, store as a single file, 320 GB, next, next, finish. Now once this is here, I'll click on edit virtual machine settings, select CD/DVD SATA, use ISO image file. Now I have it in my, the thing is I have it in my entire this thing that I've been using the same ISO file. So if you have been using the same ISO files for building your infrastructure, you will find it in your recents. It's not a problem. Now, again, one thing that I can do is I can disconnect the NAT. But if I don't disconnect the NAT, I'll want to show you what exactly it would look like. Just so that you understand why I do certain things the way I do them. So first of all, we are going to install this as normal. We're going to boot this from the CD. We are going to install it as normal. It's only post installation that the issues or the problem with the NAT being active comes into play. And I'll show it to you then. I mean, it's not a problem. Don't worry, it's not a problem. It's just one extra additional headache to deal with. For a testing machine, I don't really need it to be updated to the latest one. Install Windows 11. I agree. Everything will be deleted, including files, apps, and settings. Next. Now this will ask me to select the disk. We select the 320 GB disk that we just allocated to this. Oh yeah, sorry. Before I forget, Windows 11 Education. I'm going to select Windows 11 Education here. Now, depends on what exactly you have. I have the Windows 11 Education 24H2 ISO, and that is what I'm using. So if the book says Windows 11 Enterprise 24H2 or Enterprise something else x64, then you use that. It's whatever is available to you, whatever ISO is available to you. Next. And install. Now I'll wait for this installation to complete and I'll show you where exactly does the part of me not using the NAT come into play. So at this point, you can see my virtual machine has completed its installation process. Now we are moving on to the next setup process now. I click on yes. Yes. Skip. So I was just making sure that the location is US and the keyboard layout is also for the US English. Now, this is where I wanted to avoid this. Now you'll notice that this will take forever. If I just leave it as it is, it will check for all the recent updates. Even though it's a virtual machine, it will try to check for all the recent updates. And for my purposes, it is useless. So one of the things that I can do even right now is right click, go on the settings, and okay, wait, let's let it run for a minute and then I'll show you what exactly I'm going to do. Because you need to understand why exactly am I a little bit against this entire process. Because this is very time consuming in certain senses. Now, this is one of the reasons why. You see, it's going to be forever. I'll be here forever. See? So that's why I click on the settings and I disconnect my NAT or my network adapter. I call it a NAT because it's a NAT adapter. I just say NAT, but in reality, I'm just disconnecting my network adapter. So when this virtual machine now restarts and we get into the phase, this time because the internet connection is cut off, I've basically unplugged the internet cable. So because I've cut it off, it cannot download the update. So it has no other option other than to force me to log in or create my account. See? I just skipped the entire update part. That is the reason why I said earlier when I said this that if you want instructions step by step, you can follow the book. But if you want to see what are the problems and how can you avoid them, that is where you follow the video. There is a reason why. So I click on I don't have internet because the book steps are 100% correct. Remember this that I never said that the book is wrong or anything or the lab books are wrong or anything else. The steps are 100% correct. But these are the ways that you can get around certain issues. So password 1350, password 1350. I'm going to answer everything as Nita. This is just me being a little bit efficient or trying to make my life a little bit easier. Click on accept. All right, once this is here, and I'll wait for it to restart, then we'll start by renaming the machine, installing VMware Tools, changing the IP address, turning off the firewall, and yes, installing Google Chrome, and then domain joining this machine. 6 tasks in sequence. And we will try to make them as quick and as smooth as possible. That's the goal. That's the goal. Remember, that's the goal. So I'll wait for this PC to turn on, and once it does, we'll start with those tasks immediately. Okay, so as you can see, the machine has started. So first things first, I'll click on File Explorer, right-click this PC, click on Properties, scroll down until I see Domain or Workgroup, click on Domain or Workgroup, click on Change, and rename the machine Nita WKST02. Okay, yes. Okay, I'll restart later because I'm going to do one extra task here. I'm just going to install the VMware tools because I would like my life to be a little bit easier because then I don't want to restart again. There are multiple things here. And another problem is I cannot do a restart if a restart is already pending by one of these tools. So for example, if I do VMware tools, I cannot domain join in the same go. So I'll have to do 2 restarts at the same time or combine 2 tasks that require a restart at the same time. That's the idea. Now at this point, I think everybody understands where we are going with this. We are going back in the same direction that we always take. That is, we configure our entire environment and then we ensure that connections are working, then we ensure emails are flowing, and then we ensure the rules and everything are set up according to that. So this is just one extra thing that we are doing in the middle, wherein we are just adding more things. Now, ideally, as soon as this VM is set up, I will be suspending this VM. As soon as the domain joins, I'll be suspending this VM. I'll not be doing anything else on it. Unless and until I need it, this will be literally under power off mode or on suspended mode. The reason being that I want to conserve my resources. I want to ensure that I have enough resources catered towards my next Exchange server installation or my next email setup or whatever I need to do. And it is all set up in that proper method. So I'm just waiting for this. I click on finish and restart this. I'll wait for this machine to restart, and once it restarts, then we will change the IP address, turn off the firewall, install Google Chrome, and then domain join this machine. Okay, as you can see, the machine has restarted. I'm going to log in. Oh. So all of this happens because mostly I have typos in my passwords and things like that. So it's nothing against anything. It is just a human error. It's nothing else. It's not a system error. All right, first things first, I'll look for ncpa.cpl on the search menu here. And you can see that it's taking a second for all of the things to load up, and it's a control panel item. All right, now you see this part here where it says network cable unplugged. So this is because I need to go back and enable my NAT. I need to connect it again. My NAT adapter, I need to connect it. While I'm here, I'm also going to be mounting the apps.iso file for future reference. Nothing else. Not right now. I don't need it right now. We'll first change the IP address, turn off the firewall, and then we'll go to installing Google Chrome. So it's just mounted for now. All right, right click properties, Internet Protocol version 4, use the following IP address 172.16.10 dot. So this is an odd one. So we have 20, 40, so this would be 60. 3 255s, 172.16.10.1 is the gateway, 172.16.10.20 is my preferred DNS server. Okay, done. This is good. Next, I'm going to look for Windows Defender. Windows Defender Firewall. Click on Open. Now you can see that this is where I go for that. Now I can click on Advanced Settings here. And this is where I needed to go. This is Advanced Security. Click on Properties, turn off the Domain Firewall, Private Profile Firewall, and the Public Profile Firewall state. Not the firewall per se, but the firewall states. Turn all of them to off. Okay, this is good. Now, we are going to install Google Chrome now. I click on the File Explorer, click on this PC. I can see that on drive D, apps.iso is mounted. I click on it. Under this, I find Google Chrome and I run the Google Chrome setup. That is here for me. Now, once I start running it, it will start in the forefront here. You can see everything would be working here. Yes. Now, the only thing I don't do per se is set Google Chrome as my default browser. But even I'll show you how to do that as well. It's not a problem. Because it's, in my opinion, it's a virtual machine. So it doesn't matter which one. You can just open it and then run it. It's not a problematic issue here for me. But okay, that's that. It is what it is. Okay, now if I open this and let's say I close this here and I open Google Chrome again, you see it will ask me to set it as default. If I click on set as default, it will take me to my application and default apps. So I select Google Chrome and I can just click on set Google Chrome as your default browser. I click on set default and everything that is necessary will be changing into Google Chrome. And that's one thing. Now I don't want to update my Google Chrome. I'm very happy with however it is. Now we are going to move to the next part, and that is to domain join this. Now I can show you the domain join like it is mentioned in the book, or I can show you the other way, which also goes to the same place, by the way. I click on start, I click on settings. Under system, I scroll all the way to the bottom until I see about. Click on about, click on domain or work group and click on change. Now this is again easier or difficult, it's on you, but it is the same place, same location that we wanted to go. So for now, I'm going to go to netsoftakademy.com, administrator, password 1350, and that's it. Now, once I restart this, my machine is now domain joined, and that is the end of the lab here for me. So I'll see you in the next lab. Thank you.
Thank you for watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftakademy.com. www.netsoftakademy.com.